Sean, talking about life and everything in between. The token ones see it differently. Yeah, token one for the team. This is Shannon and Sean, keeping things light. The token ones in the group. That's right. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride right now. Right now. And enjoy the ride right now.
So,
I wish there were so many things that I wish was I could sing songs, we talked in sing song. If that was our standard way of communication.
who's she singing?
Is you singing? Thank you for welcoming me into your home. Are you in the bloody toilet? Yes, I am. Pass me some flipping toilet paper. Oh yeah, I have that problem in my house actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
I forget to flush quite constantly. I can't. My poor wife, she gets it so much. Like, shut up, how many times have I told you to flush the toilet? I'm like, sorry. So what were you doing after? I was like, I went for a shower. So you left a turd in the toilet to stew whilst you're having a shower. I'm like,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
sorry.
Why would you do that?
Oh, I pooped.
Just like the aroma.
Yeah, I've got a friend, Miguel Haran, whose daughter, she was like, goodbye, my token friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, she was quite sweet.
She was sweet.
Yeah, she was great. And they have a kid. They're another kid.
Oh, fantastic
Yeah,
news. Good
yeah,
for them.
no.
Another little token friend.
Another little well, what do you mean?
Well, another kid to go goodbye, my token friend.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was racist but nice.
No, I will hopefully never make it to the edition of Faces But Nice with Sean.
No.
Welcome back to Token One for the Team.
Episode 15.
It's 15.
Yeah. So I mean, we do one every second week.
Mm-hmm.
That's 30 weeks.
Wow, that's 30 weeks of...
30 weeks since Christmas.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Christmas the other day,
Were you?
as I periodically do.
Yeah, you're like ready for it to be Christmas.
6
You've
months
got
away.
Halloween to go.
I know. Do you know? Do we have anything summer holiday-wise in the UK?
What do you mean, like a spring break?
Yeah, we don't have like a spring break.
No.
Chad Hooligan.
No, we just have like school, like kids will have summer holidays and that
Yeah.
will be like it.
I heard a great phrase, and it made me reflect about being a kid and all like nostalgia stuff. Days are long, but the years are short.
Oh,
And I was like,
really hit home for you.
whoa.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And talking of days long and years short, you've seen Taylor Swift twice in a row. And
Listen, but don't say that out loud because I feel like people will come for me for that.
Why?
Because the tickets were like gold dust. But I have to put out a like disclaimer about it. I had pre-sale codes.
What's that mean?
So like we signed up for her pre-sale.
Okay.
So if I didn't have those, I would not have gotten any tickets. The tickets were genuinely like the Great War. It was like the Hunger Games to try and get a ticket for this show.
But you still got...
But I managed to, because Chloe had a code and I had a code. So me, my friend Hannah, her partner Mark, and Chloe all managed to get tickets for the Friday night. So I managed to get 4 tickets for the Friday night. And then we had 1 code left over for the pre-sale.
Yeah.
So they were staggered the times. The Friday went on sale, then the Saturday, then the Sunday. And I offered my friends the pre-sale code who, also wanted to go. And they said, no, thank you. We've signed up for the general sale. We're just going to wait for that. And then I said to Chloe, like, well, what will we do with the code? And I was like, well, we just get tickets for the Saturday.
Can we take a quick pause?
Yeah.
I think we're recording off of one mic.
Oh, weird.
I think I've been a dafty.
Okay, cool.
And pause.
Let's sort this out.
And we're back.
Yeah, so as I was saying...
So, yeah, continue on with how you swindled poor children out of their charity tickets.
I know. So anyway, we had a spare pre-sale code and I went, will we go? And I feel like I kind of strong-armed Chloe into going a second time.
Strong-armed her.
Yeah. Because she was like, oh, so would we all go the second night? And I was like, no, just you and me.
Date night, baby.
Yeah, and she was like, oh, okay. However, I will say, karma did get me because I'm really glad we went the second night. So the first night we went, Paramore played, and people who know me, I have a really weak bladder. Especially if we have been drinking, I need to pee constantly.
Oh, no.
So after Paramore finished, I was like, does anyone need the bathroom? Out of our like little group, and they were like, no. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to find my way back. I'm never going to find. And they were like, yeah, you will be fine. And Chloe was like, oh, we're in like between section 27 and 23 is what I thought I heard her say. So I go to the bathroom, massive long line as per. come out of the bathroom. People are like trying to exchange friendship bracelets. The Taylor Swift fans, I am a fan, but I'm not this level of fan. It is like a cult.
Yeah, so my sister-in-law was there on the Saturday and she had like a bracelet thing.
Yeah.
What's the bracelets for? What's that?
Basically she has a line in her song that says like, make the friendship bracelets, and everyone has since made friendship bracelets and are trading them. I did think it was great for little kids to speak to each other.
Okay, alright, so there's little kids there.
Yeah, there's little kids there.
Wait,
Two were like trading friendship bracelets and things. But that was what it's about. Swifties like put lyrics or albums or whatever on like friendship bracelets that you would make like in school, and then they trade them. No, I didn't make any because I'm miserable. I also ran out of time.
You should have put Misery Loves Company. And I'm like, here you go.
Misery Business. Paramore song, because they were the support act.
Yeah, of course.
So fantastic. Anyway, so I'm in the line and these girls are like, here, do you want a bracelet? And I was like, yeah, of course, thanks so much. I've got nothing to trade you back. But anyway.
Here's some anal beads.
Yeah. Here's a butt plug.
Just rip it out.
There you go. So I come out of the bathroom. I had this.
She's here for Paramore.
Yeah, yeah. With this lovely little kind of bathroom chat, and then came out, and I make my way back into the crowd, and I see my friend Hannah had a purple bow in her hair. And I went, "Oh, brilliant! There's Hannah." It was not Hannah. And then I get surrounded in this crowd and realise I can't make my way out. The countdown starts playing. And I quickly realised I'm away to watch the Eras tour by myself.
Oh no.
And then the show starts and I am in amongst what I would call quintessential Swifties.
Oh, what's that quintessential Swiftie?
Typical.
I can't use that quintessential.
Quintessential. And you know what's really funny? I can't say the word examples, but I can say quintessential. Anyway, it's like a trio of 5 girls, so not a trio, but
a trio of 5 girls.
Well, they all have the same personality, so it's probably like 3 people.
Oh, jeez.
No, they were really nice, lovely, like girls, right? But they were massive Swifties, so when she would play, they would cry, then they would get in a huddle and all hug each other. And then
Did you please tell me you joined in?
No, but then they would like trade places. But then there was one point where I would be trying to like, because I'm like 5'2", I can't see in the show. I was trying to like record, and then the next minute this big blue phone would come in front of my videos, and then they would film themselves like crying to Taylor Swift. And then I realised that I was in some of their videos with my face raging because I couldn't get that video for them. So at some points I had to be like, okay, like fix your face. Like it was really sweet that they were like enjoying their time. Then the complete opposite next to me was like this sister duo, because I know they were sisters because they were like, oh, me and my sister will help you find your friends. And I was like, you're not going to find them. Chloe's dressed in all black. Mark has a plaid shirt on. And there's just a purple bow. And it's like a seat. Like, I mean, it was 73,000 people there. Wow. So, like, there's no way. I don't know how many of that was standing, but there's no way you were going to be able to find me. Anyway. So then her sister had white face paint on. Think like Alice Cooper.
Like
kind
Kiss,
of vibe. Kiss, yeah.
Okay, why? What's that in Swiftie? In Swift World?
I think she was dressed as like the Reputation era, but I don't know what the white face paint was about. I don't know. Not that much of a Swiftie to understand that reference. So Taylor Swift's guitarist comes out, Paul. I know his name's Paul because
Paul.
This was my 3rd time seeing Taylor Swift on the.
Where was it first time?
No. Lies. This was my 4th time seeing Taylor Swift on the Friday night.
Oh my God.
I seen her in Berlin in 2013 for the Red Tour. Then I seen her in Toronto. And then I seen her in Glasgow the last time she was there. But anyway.
Not one bead.
Not one friendship bracelet to be had. But the guitarist comes out and she starts going, and I'm not kidding, this was the voice, Paul! 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 Like, she was not bothered about Taylor Swift, but she, like, loved this guitarist. This kid was like, she must have been about 17, this girl, and was, like, screaming for the guitarist.
The fuck?
Yeah, she was like, Paul! 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 And I was like, oh, Jesus, this is, like, full blown. I was like, what am I surrounded by? And yeah, then the girls would, like, trade places throughout the show and then checking each other, like, are you okay? As like All Too Well plays and they're like sobbing, crying, and then she does her surprise songs and they're like, oh my God, it's daylight, we can't believe we got to this. I was actually surprised by how many Americans were there, but I guess because it's cheaper to come over here. How wild is that?
Crazy.
So yeah, that was the Friday night. So yeah, I didn't find Chloe and my friends until after the show. So I watched the Eras tour by myself. Serves me right for getting two nights.
Did Chloe not even check on you?
Well, none of us could get signal in Moneyfield.
Motherfucker.
I tried to call her a million times, and then halfway through the set, I got all these texts come through to be like, "Are you okay? Like, where are you? You're going to miss the countdown."
I'm stuck in the toilet. I've got diarrhea.
I'm training anal beads. I wrote back and was like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine." And she's like, "Well, I come and find you. Can you find us?" And I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "Just enjoy the show. I'll see you after."
Yeah.
So like we leave the show, and I'm like checking behind me. So I figured out I just went down kind of too far left, and they were further to the right. And Chloe didn't say 27 all along. She had said we're at 23. Like
easy numbers.
I was like, oh, they're pretty much in the middle of each other, like the sections wise. And then I'm like looking around as I'm leaving because I'm like really concerned I'm not going to find them. And there's like a sea of obviously people, and I look around and I see this like tall brunette, and I was like, Chloe. So like I did.
It's Frank.
Yeah, I did find them after the show, so I'm really glad I got to go on the Saturday night. But what was really nice on the Saturday, I was seated for the Saturday, so that was nice. So no need to lose anyone. I've never be able to lose because I obviously know where my seat is. And one would hope. But I also can't direct my way out of a paper bag, is what I've realised. I'm really bad at navigation. But there was little girls in front of us for the Saturday night, like tiny little toots, all dressed up.
What, for a snack?
No, like for Taylor Swift, like they were dressed as like the Eras or whatever.
We eat these.
Like tiny little kids.
How old were they?
I think one of them must have been about 7 and one of them must have been about 5
Jeez.
At the show. And they were just so excited and into it and like could sing along to every word. What? And I just realised like how much, not to be like bad about this, but how much he obviously transcends generations, that like the mother was singing along and the kid was singing along. Like that's quite nice and special, and I don't really know of too many acts. Like Fleetwood Mac as an example of that. Like they've transcended generations. Like, you know, my family would have listened to that, I would have listened to that kind of thing, and people of all age ranges. But for like a pop star to do that, because One Direction are no longer around, like that kind of thing, where she is still around. Yeah. And her songs are now being like passed down. What song would you sing with your what song would you be singing with your gran? My gran? Your granny? Wouldn't it be nice if my gran's a big Diana Ross fan, so maybe a Supreme song. But if it's a Taylor Swift song you're looking for, Lizzie quite likes Style, because she went to Toronto with me to see her. Your granny went to Toronto? Lizzie loved it, but all she said is she thinks that Taylor Swift's a wee slag. Jesus. Which was quite harsh. Right, Lizzie. And that she's had more men than hot dinners. And I was like, you can't be saying that, Gran. Jesus. You're at a gig with all her fans, you're going to get murdered. And she thought Shawn Mendes, who was a support act in Toronto, was better than Taylor Swift. Shawn Mendes, what's one of his songs? Like Stitches, Japan, Lost in Japan, Mercy. I'm begging you for mercy. Not that one, that's Duffy. I dropped my phone. Duffy, wow, fucking singer. Duffy. Do you know she got kidnapped? Did you? Apparently so. For what? That's why she disappeared for so long. Apparently she was kidnapped. Well, you would disappear if you were kidnapped, that's fair. I think that's, yeah. So yeah, Taylor Swift was pretty good. Yeah, twice in a row though. And then you went to go and see who after? Girls Aloud on the Sunday. Which you already had seen when? I'd seen on the Tuesday night. Yeah. It was a big week for gigs. Yeah, big. I will say Girls Aloud, no disrespect to Aberdeen, but they were better in Glasgow. How so better? I think the crowd was just more up for it. Oh, really? I think so, sadly. Fuck. No disrespect to Aberdeen, I love P&J is a great venue, but as we know, we always try and promote the P&J here. Yeah. Wait, what day was it? Girls Aloud? Tuesday. So Tuesday night. I know. What can you expect? Yeah. Although Girls Aloud was a Sunday, but bank holiday. Weekend. So bank holiday today. Exactly. Yeah. So what can you really expect? So no, that was my Eras tour journey, is that I'd waited 10 years to see Taylor Swift with my friend Hannah, and I still haven't seen her. Still haven't seen her. Jesus. Wait, she's going to make, so I read so much, she's going to make $4 billion. Yeah. One of which she's going to get $1 billion for herself. Yeah. And Amy read this post to me, and there's the way she told it to me. Mm-hmm. She was like, somebody said Taylor Swift could buy Kanye West and still have 700 million left over. And then Amy was like, you can't buy people anymore. I was like, I don't think that's what they mean. She can't do that. Sending us back generations, decades and decades, centuries. No, but it's quite... So the last time I saw her in Scotland, it was at the Hydro, which shows you how long ago that was. That was like 2015, Taylor Swift.
What's a Hydro called now?
The Oval Hydro still.
Oh.
Yeah. I think they've just put Oval in front of it.
Oval.
So it's obviously such a smaller venue, whereas Murrayfield's a whole other level.
I think I've seen Red Hot Chili Peppers there.
Mm-hmm. The Hydro or Murrayfield?
Murrayfield,
yeah.
He's dating the guy, front runner.
A 19-year-old, is it not?
He's 62.
Mm-hmm. That's...
I think I'm a big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. They started in 1982. I think their first album dropped 91. I'm 32. I was born in 91.
Wow.
So 33 years ago was their first big album.
Long before his new girlfriend was born.
Well, she was born like 2005. She was born the second wave of the Chili Peppers. Yeah. Because I think I seen them in 2007 in Murrayfield.
It's not quite wrong, isn't it?
It's not wrong, but it's not quite right.
Yeah, 'cause it's not illegal, but it's not great. In America, though, would it be illegal? No.
Why? In America? You pretty much do anything you want.
You can marry your cousin if you want to.
You can marry your first cousin in Scotland.
Yeah, it's concerning. But I was quite surprised by the magnitude of it all. Like it was.
I'm not.
I know, no, but like when you physically you hear about it.
Could you not imagine token one for the team on that big stage?
I imagined it when I went to the P&J to see Girls Aloud.
Oh, the main room.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I could imagine us at the Hydro as well.
The Hydro?
I don't know about Murrayfield. I don't know how we would film in Murrayfield. Maybe my mind just doesn't...
Confetti cannons. I need fireworks.
Girls Aloud had great confetti, I will say that. But yeah, the magnitude of it. Like when you... Like I saw that many people in Toronto when I went to see her. But when you see it in Scotland and you see it in Edinburgh and even the streets being that busy, obviously, I've been pretty lucky with the gigs I've been to. I saw Harry Styles in Murrayfield and Beyonce. But it wasn't the same. I feel like everyone was a little bit... You
say that's the best gig you've been to?
No, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say best gig ever. My favourite gig ever that I've ever been to is Fleetwood Mac at the Hydro.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I'm a Taylor Swift music fan. I think sometimes like her fans do go a bit too far, and I would say I'm a Swiftie, and my friends would describe me as a Swiftie, but I do think sometimes it goes too far, like on the TikTok, which by the way, happy Pride Month, but there's a whole like Gaylor TikTok about people speculating about her lyrics and theories about her actually being closeted, whether she be bisexual, gay, or whatever. And I just think
does it fucking matter?
I was like, yeah, like just leave it alone. Like who cares? Like who cares? But they really like.
Oh, they dial into like each
they really
word.
Dial, so like for example on the Sunday night, so she played 3 nights, but on the Sunday night she played a song called "It's Nice to Have a Friend," and then another song, so a mashup of 2 songs called Dorothea. And for people who don't know, years and years ago, if you said when being gay was illegal, I'm a friend of Dorothy, it was a way of saying, hey,
I love the pussy.
Yeah, I'm one of you, I'm part of your community. Whatever you just said. So now people are like, oh my god, she played that on Pride Month. That must mean, look, she's telling us so clearly. And because it was daylight as well, on the Friday night, she saw a couple getting engaged. And then she did a speech about it being like, it was so nice to be able to see a couple. Then they videoed that on TikTok to her reaction of her holding on just this cabin thing that she built on the stage. And it was 2 women getting engaged. Okay. So people were like, look at her, the way she looks at this same-sex couple and is thinking, that should be me. And that's the life I could have. That's the kind of crazy ladies people go into.
But, mate, again, she might be bisexual.
Yeah, but who gives a shit? Why are we doing that? Like, have we never learned anything?
I know.
Anyway, so that was my year's tour, but it was sensational. It was great. Yeah. Loved it.
I feel for Amy because I'm not a big gig goer. And she loved going to gigs. I think the last one I went to was Busted.
Yeah, you did love it though.
I love Busted. It was good.
You said it was good, so would you not be then willing to go more?
So long as it was seated. Yeah. I'll take a seated.
I think I'm over standing now as well.
Yeah. Knees can't take it.
It's a lot.
Who's bigger? I mean, in terms of money, Taylor's making a heap of money. Taylor, like I know her.
My friend Taylor.
My friend, Big Titty. Who do you think is she comparable to any like artist like that, or is she one of a kind? I mean, like Beatlemania, like or Elvis, or said band, put a band in there. Is she the biggest artist right now?
I think she's
in terms of touring.
I think so. But they did stats to compare her today with the Beatles and how she's like surpassed them in terms of like income from gigging and things. But then
The Beatles stopped gigging because the sound system wasn't good enough.
Yeah, and also, I suppose things cost a lot more money now. So in terms of revenue, the Beatles tickets were probably cheaper. Obviously, in line with the prices that would have been back then.
Yeah.
But our cost of living is so high that, you know, we know how much tickets set you back nowadays, so much that people can no longer afford to do it. I mean, the hotels, I stayed in Glasgow for the Taylor Swift tour, and the hotels in Edinburgh were £1,000 for a night. And that's a hotel. It wasn't even anything big, it wasn't extravagant, it wasn't like it was, you know, Gleneagles or the Balmoral where you'd expect to pay those prices. It was a hotel.
Jesus.
So like people were priced out of Edinburgh. So we went and stayed in Glasgow and just got the train through every night.
Wow. That's insane.
£1,000. So like when they say the Taylor Swift show comes to like cities and how much revenue that she was, you know, she generates cities for her tour, they're not lying about it.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, like they literally nicknamed one of the locks Loch Tatey.
What?
Yeah, they put a sign up and then the SNP were like, we just want to welcome Taylor Swift to Scotland. It's just, yeah, I do think she's one of a kind just because of how big it is on a global scale.
Wow.
Personally, right now, I would say that, and that's not just because I'm like a fan or whatever. But I do think if you could compare her to the likes of Elvis and the Beatles, etc.
Really? Wow.
I think so.
Single-handedly fucking up the ozone layer.
Well, I mean that's the whole other side of it. But yeah, don't get on that side of TikTok because you'll see all the things about her carbon emissions in her private jets.
Mental.
But anyway, that's what I was up to. But Paramore were insanely good, so good.
What's a Paramore song that I would know?
Mystery Business.
Mystery Business.
Misery Business.
Misery.
Yeah. It's a song they.
Give me a.
Nah, I don't really want to talk about Still Into You or The Only Exception.
Well, give me the lyrics. Talk to me the lyrics.
So the Misery Business is the one where it's like, I'm in the business of misery, let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, it's ticking like a clock. It's a matter of time before they all run out.
No,
I never meant to brag, but I got what I wanted now. Do. Yeah, no. I think you would know them if you heard them.
Probably. I'm terrible.
Do you think Amy would be horrified
Amy's
that you don't know Paramore?
Yeah, probably. She'll just be like, you moron. This is the blah, blah, blah. You sing it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if I told you my friend Miguel Haran's funeral song.
No.
It's so funny. So he was in a really bad accident as a kid, got ran over.
Oh.
Right. Like was in life support, got a plate in his face, like he's got like scar tissue all down his leg. Yeah, mental. He was told he's never gonna walk again. Like the recovery of that.
How old was he? Do you know?
Oh.
Like rough guess.
12.
Wow, that's so young.
Yeah, 12 or 13, so that sort of mark. And yeah, so like mad road recovery, and when he woke up and stuff, like his brother was there, and he was really concerned that he was going to die. And he said to his brother, he's like, if I don't make it, can you, my funeral song, can you have it as Wake Me Up Inside?
By Evanescence.
By Evanescence. Wake me up inside.
Imagine
I can't wake up.
Save me. Too late, you're dead.
It's the most random.
That is so random because
That's not random. It's the most weird song.
one of the Carols in our lives, aka Chloe's mum, her funeral song she wants is "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, but I also thought it was extremely funny because you've not survived. But that one is 10 times more random.
Oh yeah.
Like what an interesting choice.
Would you have a Swiftie song as your funeral song?
What am I going to have? It's a love story.
Maybe.
We are never getting back together, ever.
You're never, actually, to be fair.
I knew you were trouble when your funeral cart rolled in. Like, what am I going to have? I think I would probably just have, like, If Tomorrow Never Comes.
Ooh.
Because it won't come. I just have purely ironic songs. Just for
Return to sender.
Yeah, just for like hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, burn baby burn, Disco Inferno as like it's going through.
Jesus.
Yeah, just, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just do things to like mess with people. I have a friend actually who for their funeral wants us to hire a Grim Reaper to stand at the back of the funeral.
Ooh.
Like somebody used to dress up as the Grim Reaper with a big stick.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite funny.
That's nice. I like that.
That's quite sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, what would you have your funeral song? Aladdin.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince Ali. Make way for Prince Ali. Yeah, that'd be good. I think it's probably pretty fitting for me, I think.
Yeah.
Or I just can't wait to be. In fact, you know, you're talking about those girls crying at the Swiftie thing.
Yeah.
At the end of like, when we were at Magic Kingdom, there's a happily ever after thing. They do all like the projections on the castle and there's fireworks. They spend thousands and thousands of dollars on it. There was folk like my age, floods of tears. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
I just
they
gotta
were
say,
I'm into it. I like it. It's good stuff.
I did get a little bit teary at Girls Aloud in Aberdeen with the Sarah tribute.
Who?
Well, do you know how Girls Aloud how Sarah died?
No.
Do you not know one of them died?
No.
Sean.
Who died?
Sarah.
Is that the Irish one?
No, that's Nadine.
Sorry.
The blonde one.
I thought they were all blonde apart from the ginger and the brown.
Well, yeah, but the bleach blonde one that was the party girl, Sarah Harding, she then went on to be like an actress and she went into Big Brother as well.
No.
No.
When did she die? This year?
No, like a few years ago.
Oh, for
like
fuck's
maybe
sake.
2?
Really?
Maybe 1 or 2 years.
How did she die?
Cancer. Breast cancer.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why they've gotten back together, Sean. Is to
What?
like... They were planning on doing a tour anyway, but she always wanted them to go back on tour.
Oh.
But they have now... So they had a lot of tributes to her.
Oh my god.
So I did get a little bit teary-eyed.
All right,
Like one of them was the Stand By You. Do you know how they'd sing the Pretenders cover?
No. Sorry. I don't.
I can't believe you don't know she's dead. This is not funny, Girls Aloud. I'm sorry if you ever see this.
No, I'm not laughing at that.
R.I.P. Sarah.
Of course, yeah, it's terrible, but Stand By, I don't know this.
She has some like iconic lines in her songs. It's the one that goes, "Here I am walking primrose." You know the song "The Promise"?
No.
The one they're like this, and they've got the gold dresses on. Nah. Anyway, so she has an iconic line in that song that says, "Here I am walking primrose," and instead of them singing it, they just let the music video play and they let her sing it, which was quite nice.
That's quite.
And they did that for a few songs that, like, if there was iconic Sarah Harding parts, you would absolutely know who this person is. They let her sing it, and yeah, it was quite nice.
Was she the better singer of the 5?
I don't. I think they're all great. I think they're all. But I was actually really shocked at how good Cheryl was live.
Oh, so she meant to be the worst.
Well, that's what people were making fun of her, and people were making fun of them on TikTok, being like, "Oh God, the vocals are terrible." But they were. Nicola's voice is unreal. That's the ginger one.
Oh yeah,
she was on The Masked Singer, so
is she the best singer?
I would say
The Masked Singer.
She was on The Masked Singer.
Masked Singer,
that TV show. But I would say she's the best singer. But
wow. What does she do now?
Make music. She had a solo thing going on for a while, and then obviously Cheryl, and then Kimberly, the other blonde, was like West End, and then
musical. Okay,
yeah, she was in Shrek.
Was she?
Yeah,
Who was she? Donkey?
No, Princess Fiona. I think.
See somebody who take themselves so seriously for you. Not saying like Girls Aloud is serious, but they're also like they've got an image to project.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they should do a 180 and go on to like things like comedy musicals and be Donkey.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you be in Shrek?
Probably the gingerbread man.
Gingerbread. Give me your lines.
Who would you be, Donkey? Probably.
No, Lord Farquhar.
Oh, that would be quite funny to see you play that.
I love to be the heel. I love being a heel. Like, do you know what I mean by heel? Like a bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a baby face. I'm a bad guy.
Not a baby face, I'm a bad guy.
Yeah. Like there's the baby face, and then there's the heel. You never heard of that term?
No.
In wrestling?
No.
I thought you were a big WWE fan.
No, I just sometimes like some UFC, but not WWE.
Oh, UFC, isn't it UFC?
Yeah, like I used to watch like it quite a lot, but not anymore.
We could deep dive. Oh, okay.
We could probably, but it's only old people I know. It's not
Old people.
like the older.
Okay.
No, not the new stuff.
Not the new
I don't
stuff.
know all that. So that was.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty manic, to be fair.
Yeah.
lots of Swifties walking about. Lots of outfits.
How did you get out?
So
Because I've seen there's like the people that anybody died. No.
Uh-huh.
Nobody died getting out.
No, I don't think anyone died.
So it was quite serious.
It was really mega, but the I've never seen anything like it. Even for Beyonce, it didn't seem that bad. But Hannah's uncle picked us up on a minibus, so we went to the Zoo instead of going into town the first night. And then the second night, Chloe and I did leave 2 songs early because we'd seen them the night before, in order to like beat the traffic as such. And
Did you play the same set Friday and Saturday?
same set, but she does a thing with like surprise songs, so they were different. So she does 4 extra songs a night essentially.
Damn.
It's a 3.5 hour show, Sean.
Oh.
Yeah.
What could you do for 3.5 hours?
Probably listen to you tell me all your things that you've been researching at night.
But you can't. I heard you going, wow. Anytime I've gone through that down the line, like, wow.
Yeah, if I ever say to people, wow, it genuinely means I don't know what to say.
Fill in blank. Wow.
Wow. Make sound effect.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It's so nice to see you. What have you been up to? Tell me all.
So I was in Denmark.
Do you know what? You should tell people, sorry to interrupt you again, but you should tell people about your travel schedule.
Yeah.
It was mental.
So I won't tell dates. I can't remember dates.
Yeah.
But Monday I travelled from Aberdeen to Amsterdam to get a transfer flight to Copenhagen. But as I got to Amsterdam, I checked my flight. I had like an hour and a half to connect. And I said to the wifey, I says, excuse me, I said, will I make this flight? She says, aye. That's UK time. We're an hour ahead.
Okay.
I've never seen it like that before. I was like, okay.
It's a lot to wrap your brain around.
It is at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, God, okay. So when I was in Schiphol, I thought, right, I'm the typical like dad thing. I'll go and find the gate. Mm-hmm. So I know where the gate is.
Is that a dad thing, Stu? Because I do that all the time.
Maybe not. Maybe it's an anxiety thing. But I just, I just see so many like
dads do
like Instagram things. So my dad used to find the gate.
Let us know if that's a dad thing.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Oh no, iPhone storage is full. Pause. Take 3,000.
So yeah, you went to your gate.
Yeah, I went to my gate and it was like C10. I was like, all right, sweet. I'll go and grab a coffee. And then I did a double take. And I was like, oh, cancelled. I was like, oh, God.
Cancelled?
So it says go to B10.
Oh.
So I was like, all right. And then pretty much everybody was sitting down, stood up, and we all went round to B10. So like marching over.
The crowds.
The crowd just the hordes of like the unwashed, because everybody's stinking of travel body odor. You know the smell.
It's grim,
yeah. So we got there. Everybody sat down. Went for an espresso. We sparkling water. Came back. I was right at the front of the queue. Bonus.
Boost.
Handed my ticket. She's like, your flight left an hour and a half ago. I was
Shut
like,
up.
what the hell? I said, what are you on about? She's like, this is an SES flight. You were a KLM. I was like, I know it's not a KLM flight. Your board said it was cancelled. She was like, yeah, it's gone. I says, by any chance did like half the flight not turn up for the half the people not turn up for the flight? She was like, yeah, how'd you know that? I was like, because I was sitting there. I was like, your board told us to come here. She was like, oh, that's a mistake. I was like, okay, so what do I do? She's like, you're going to have to go to transfers. So I was like, transfers. I seen that on the way here. Bombed it. So I was like, there's half a flight going to try to get on the same flight.
God. Yeah, I've got to be first here.
So got there and there was just like, it was just descended to chaos. It was just like women, children crying, guys contemplating their lives, thinking they should have wore condoms. I was just like, right, I need to... I wish she said no. And
I've seen that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like, just like God. And so I got a transfer, and they were gonna charge me for the flight. I was like, dude, no way.
Chance. It's your mistake.
I was like, this is your mistake. So got onto the flight, got to Copenhagen. So that was a Monday. Stayed the night. Got accosted by 2 prostitutes. Not just one, but 2, because I stayed like.
So how much do you mean accosted? Like
Like I think maybe I'm using the right word. Am I using the right word? Like they approached me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, thanks. I really appreciate. I was just really like grateful that they would talk to me. I was like, oh great, thanks. No, I'm okay. I'm married.
Thanks for the offer.
She said
but
yes.
I'm faithful, actually.
Yeah,
but
it's good.
try the next guy. You never know.
Or 10% off or something. I don't know. And but I was saying it was called the meat market in Copenhagen. Really nice. And there's like a huge I put on my Instagram, it's like a huge like carnival.
Yeah, I saw that. It was really cool.
Yeah, and apparently that's where Walt Disney got his inspiration for Disney World.
From Copenhagen?
Apparently so.
I thought and also the Little Mermaid not originate.
There's the statues there.
The Hans Christian Andersen. Is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the statues there, like on one of the quaysides or something like that.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't get down that far, but I'd walk around. I just kind of get my.
How long were you there for?
2 days.
Okay.
So I had an exhibition that was attending there for a work thing. Super expensive.
Yeah. Super
expensive. I was so grateful that my work was paying. Oh yeah, they were paying for it. I was like, God, thank goodness. For a pint, it was like £10.95.
God, I thought New York was bad.
It was just like a random bar.
Wow.
I was like, I'll just have like a local beer or something like that. And so did that, walked around, nice, it was great. Got accosted by 2 prostitutes, like, ooh, no, I'm okay. Going back to the hotel, exhibition.
For my wife, I love you.
I love you. I tell my wife all the time when I get like approached by prostitutes, it seems to happen an awful lot. Do I have an unfuckable face that I can't fuck without pain? I'm not looking for you to say yes or no here. I'm just, it's a rhetorical question.
Okay.
I'll sit in that face for a fiver.
I think I would say you maybe just have more of, it's nothing to do with your actual physical appearance. I do believe that you are, and I would love to know. I
attract chaos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do think you have that face where people believe that they can talk to you.
Yeah.
And say anything they want. And that you'll be the guy to give them that response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If anyone who knows Sean better than I do, which is the vast majority of everyone in your life, please confirm or deny this. If you've been out with Sean and you have gotten into some chaos that you would likely not get into, how had Sean not been there?
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, that'd be a good story.
Yeah, so Copenhagen, Monday, Tuesday, caught a train to a beautiful town called Svendborg.
Oh, how much nicer are the trains in Europe?
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
They're nice. Everyone has like charging stations.
It's lovely.
The floors were clean. Everybody spoke English.
English. Yeah, so you went to the little town.
What I meant was everybody spoke English. They were very accommodating.
Yeah.
Like they
couldn't be nicer to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so got to Svendborg. Took me 2.5 hours to get there. Everything closed at 5:30 in this little village or town. So went for a couple of beers with a friend, and then I was like, oh cool, I'll go back to my hotel, I'll iron my shirt because I had my corporate photos, that's why I shaved my beard. I know a moustache, R.I.P. I couldn't find an iron. My hotel had an iron, it was like a hot iron. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go and buy an iron.
You went to buy an iron?
Well, I needed my shirt to look good.
Yeah, but I suppose if the photos, but
everything closed at 5:30.
Oh, so what did you do?
I bet. So, do you remember like being at school? You used to get like those. You used to get like your, what's it called? Like your play piece. And you'd always get like pop or soda or something like that around, something healthy. So you used to get like the like Murray cup. You remember you used to scrape it across the wall and you get a little bit, you used to squirt it. Yeah. So I got a bottle of water. I bit the bottom of it, like so I had a little hole. I was spraying it over my shirt, and I was like waiting for my iron to get really hot. And it's like
that's
iron my shirt for 3 hours. Yeah, for 3 hours.
But did it work?
No. My corporate photos came back, and they're like, "Yeah, you got a lot of crinkles."
Can they not just Photoshop that in rather than you going to buy an iron?
I don't know. I looked so tired. Like I had such dark rings under my eyes, and so I'm not going to say who it was, but perhaps somebody I work with was like, "Yeah, but all their colleagues from India have the same thing."
Racist,
but nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I was like, all right, so I don't look out of place. She's like, nah.
You're fine.
Fine. I was like, great.
You're one of them.
Grape. I love that reel, by the way. You ever seen that one?
Grape.
No. She's a Pakistani woman. She's interviewing all the little kids.
Oh no.
And he's like, and what will you be when you grow up? He's like, I'm gonna be a fighter pilot and destroy India. And she's like, great, a new age for Pakistan. She's like, what the hell?
I'm just telling you to say
I'll
that.
say that. It's so funny.
It.
And then I spent there 2 days there. 2 days, and then went to Esber for a couple hours.
Okay,
Caught
so just
a flight.
a couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours there. Met a colleague, and then flew back to Aberdeen on the Thursday night. Kissed my wife, packed my bag, drove to Aberdeen, picked up my friend, drove down to Edinburgh, flew to Faro out in a stag do.
Yeah, that looked pretty.
That was wild.
Yeah.
There was a couple of stags on the flight. One of the guys got kicked off the flight.
Kicked off the flight?
Yeah, not from our stag.
Okay, but how does that work? They have to stop the plane somewhere and then kick them off and then fly?
Oh yeah, they park mid-air, Shannon.
No, well, that's what I'm asking. But how do you got kicked off?
So before the flight took
Oh,
off.
okay, got you.
Yeah.
Kicked off the flight before it took off.
Yeah, and then because he was fighting with one of his people, compatriots, and then I think he put hands on the air host, on their neck or something, and just chaos descended.
Yeah, I would. That's one job I probably would never want to do. That's
Budget airline,
such a thankless job.
Nah, no chance.
Yeah,
and it's like a party destination as well. Brits abroad, we are pieces of shit.
We're garbage.
I got to Faro.
Not everyone,
no,
but most.
But tar me with that brush.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, to be hard with that too.
So there was a strip. I've never been on a strip in my puff, and I was like, this is chaos. Lionsdale, wife beaters galore. Goal trainers, the goals?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Really?
3/4 length shorts. I was like, what?
You just looking around like Brit.
Mental.
I thought it'd be like taps off, lads.
Some of it was, yeah.
No.
Even when I'm drinking, I'm quite aware of my surroundings to a degree. I'm a little bit revved up, but for every 10 stags there was one hen party.
Oh, so you were outnumbered. They were outnumbered. Yeah.
And so anytime we went into a club, you just seen a group of guys just piling around these the girls were in sometimes the girls were in the centre of the dance floor. And there was just like a Taylor Swift concert, rings of beads all around.
Everyone's Taylor.
Every woman there.
Oh my god!
Just guys were just so sleek. It was horrible. I was like, what is going on, man? Yeah, I ate so much. Nobody else was eating. Everybody else was eating.
I'm here for the food.
I was like, what? That's there's so much nice kebabs. There's pizzas. I ate 3 Chinese buffets.
It was pretty.
Yeah, me and his dad a couple of times just snuck off and got a wee Chinese buffet. Yeah, it was good. So we're in Newtown, is where the strip was. That was just chaos. And then we went to Old Town for one day. That was nice. There was escalators outside.
For what purpose?
To go downstairs.
You've caught me there, Sean. To where?
To the beachfront.
Oh.
So it was quite high up, and then there's an escalator, and then another escalator. I was like,
hey.
And I recorded, and I only know 3 of the guys that was on the stag do, so I'm friends of the bride, but I became friends with the groom.
That's quite nice that you still got invited.
Yeah, the groom's ace. He's 6'7". Anytime he hugs me, cures my daddy issues. I feel my trauma just drops. I'm like, oh, I feel
melt
safe.
into his tallness.
Oh yeah, but to be fair, when I'm hugging him right into his crotch, it's quite hot.
Hi.
Yeah, and so I know one of the other guys. We're friends through our partners and stuff. So it was good, but none of the other guys. I'm quite aware I'm a strange boy. So I'm not sure everybody caught my...
Mama, I'm a strange boy. Carol would say, no, you're not. You're a delight.
You're a handsome
You're my
woman.
angel.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Oh, I love
Can
that.
I pet that dog?
I love that reel. Oh, there's that other one that kids on the... what's the thing? They go up in the air. Gondola. And there's a southern guy just sitting there. He's like, I'm not having fun. And the kid's like, well, I am, Mama. But I am. And I say that all the time. So these guys don't get my chat.
Oh, so is that what you mean by you're a strange boy?
Yeah.
Right.
So I was going down the escalator and I was filming myself. And I was like, let's go outside, eh? And I was like filming the rest of the guys. You can all see them looking down at the camera.
And they're like, John, can you tell me the football score? And you're like, we're on an escalator. Everybody makes some noise.
So I was going, and then I didn't realise there was two. Got the second one. I was like, oh, let's go there again. Eh?
Do you think they loved it, or do you think they were so sick of you by the end of it?
I think they
loved it.
I think they liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then, but my friend Miguel Haran, we've been in every other stagger together. And he was like, messaging me, he's like, the boys need to get in your chat. I was like, no.
Did he have FOMO?
Yeah, he major
he wasn't
FOMO.
there with you.
Because he was like, oh, do I know the stag? I was like, no, you don't know.
So like,
There's
can't get
no way. No. He was trying to figure out how he was going to get on the stag.
Yeah. Just book a flight.
Just book a flight.
Take the place of the guy that got kicked off. He'll be fine.
Mental. But that guy getting thrown off then had a ricochet effect, or a ricochet? No. Domino effect. Different game. To our stag party, because then police then came on and gave our stag a warning.
And you're like
we haven't
wrong
done it.
stag.
He was like, no, we're just telling you. I was like, what the hell? I was like,
tell me all you want.
Calm down. Yeah.
So the guy that got kicked off the flight, how did the stag party react?
Just left him. It was the son of the stag, so the guy was like an older groom, maybe second wedding, marriage.
Second generation.
That's the one. And so he stood up and was like, oh, it's my son.
That was it.
I can't do nothing about it. I just sat.
And I'm going to sit back down because I want to go on holiday with my stag do.
Dino was his name.
Dino.
Yeah. Or was it Dino's stag? I might be Dino's stag. So we were there. How long would you go on a hen/stag party? What's your limit?
I think things have gotten out of control now, to be perfectly honest. I would like to do a day. But
a day?
So a day and then like go home the next day at some point. But I think I could do 3.
3?
I think I could do 3 days.
Whoa. With activities?
With activities, yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't even turn up for any of our activities.
No, you were just too busy drinking and having
fun.
fun.
Go to the water park.
Why?
We're too drunk.
Oh, fair.
From the night before. So
for the water could have been quite refreshing though.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So I was standing there.
Desperate to go to the water park.
Yeah, I was there with my towel and my flip flops in the reception, and it was like, "Hey, lads, me coming." I was like, "I want to go to the water park." Yeah, I was not having fun. Well, to be fair, it was me and two other guys.
Just thinking you activities.
Yeah, but I don't know. So like when guys, so when I'm going to the water park, I've got my swimming trunks on.
You're like ready to go.
Yeah, so I'm not wearing any boxers, so my toodle's out. So I'm standing there like with a baggy t-shirt, shorts, no boxers, ready to rock and roll. I just felt very vulnerable for any reason.
Like, no.
Very vulnerable.
So you didn't go to any of your activities?
No.
Wow.
And then it was just.
And you were not the reason for it. I went on a hen party a couple of years ago in Edinburgh, and we were drinking all day. We went to the gin tour in Edinburgh.
Cool.
And with like drinks afterwards. And we had a ghost tour booked for that night.
Ghost tour?
I don't remember going to the meal and I don't remember paying for it, but it came out of my bank account.
Jesus.
And got back to the hotel. They were all watching like a horror film before they went out to this ghost tour. And I was like darting back and forth. Probably one of the drunkest I've ever been. I was darting back and forth between the two rooms. And I was like, oh, do you know when you're like, I want to sleep, but like, I want to show people I'm still here.
Yeah.
And then I went back to my room, fell asleep. They came in and were like, Shannon, we're going to the ghost tour. And I was like, yeah, 2 minutes. And then it was like a single bed. I fell out of bed onto the floor. I tried to put my trainers on. It was not happening. And they were like, yeah, you're not going. I was like, no, 2 minutes. And again, attempted to put my trainers on, fell forward, like over the trainers. And yeah, they had to leave me in the flat. I wasn't going anywhere. So I would have been the reason that you would have missed your activities. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, it's a ride or die. Like you either make it or you don't make it.
Yeah, and I got left behind.
Yeah,
I had a great sleep though, so it was great.
I'm a power napper.
Yeah.
So if we're doing like an all day thing all night, give me 40 minutes in the afternoon, 1-2 o'clock. We disco nap. I'm back. Sean's back.
Back in the game.
Oh yeah, a couple of Long Island iced teas.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I'm not making this.
No.
And then they said it was crap, so I was like, fantastic. I didn't miss out on anything.
No. Well, so we did that. It just descended. I took the smelling salts.
Did they do them? That same one?
Yeah. Oh. So many guys is like, who have you got here, man? I was like, oh, you want to sniff of this stuff? I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Fucking pints everywhere. Glasses are smashed. Like, who the fuck is this? Who brought this guy?
The Stag's like,
I was like, we're on an escalator, man. This is crazy.
yeah, we're on an escalator. Do you want some smelling salts? As they fall.
Yeah, well,
That would have been fun at this
that would have been
stage.
hilarious. So I was meant to fly back on the. So that was Friday, and we were meant to fly back on the Monday.
So everyone flew back together. Is that how these things work? Oh, separate.
So some people flew back on the Sunday, which was meant to be. Our flight got cancelled. This is way before we knew it was cancelled. We were meant to fly back on the Monday. So that flight was also cancelled with Ryanair. So some guys paid like £100 odd to get a Jet 2 flight back that Monday because they had to get back.
What,
Some had work and stuff. And I was like, nah, no way. And then
you're like, I'll ride it out.
I'll ride it
Ryanair,
out. So Ryanair got me a flight on the Tuesday back to Edinburgh. Because we were meant to fly from Glasgow and we got back to Edinburgh. Well, it was great. Some guys stayed to the fucking Wednesday. And I was like, how have you stayed to the Wednesday?
That's stamina, yeah.
So we went from, what's the place called?
Edinburgh.
No. I can't remember the place.
Where you went on your stag do?
Yeah.
Oh, not your stag do, but...
On stag do. Can't remember. Albufeira.
Yeah.
And then me and one of the guys I drove down with, I was like, let's go and get somewhere a little bit nicer, stay somewhere a little bit nicer. We went to Villamura. It looked like we were like a little old gay couple sitting on the marina having a wee pizza and a glass of red wine. just not even talking to each other.
To be fair, that's probably the stag do that he in his head would have wanted. Just a glass of red wine, nice pizza, not madness.
God,
and being in nightclubs with sleazy guys.
I came back with a cold. You know, when you've just been at it.
Too much, yeah.
There was like, some guys slept maybe 4 hours the whole week.
Wow.
Just party going. Like, I love to party.
But there's a limit.
But I need a couple hours sleep.
Yeah.
I'll go 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Then get up at 9:30 for a pint. I love a 9 o'clock. I love a 9 o'clock pint.
Okay, so when I went to my flight to New York,
yeah,
back on the 15th of May, we've not obviously recorded together since I went to New York.
Wait, jeez.
Yeah, so that was good fun. At the airport, we saw these guys drinking pints at I think it was 10 o'clock in the morning at that point.
Fuck yes.
How do you do that? I don't
know. It's just that dopamine. As soon as I have a pint, I'm like, I associate.
Does it not feel wrong that it's that early in the morning?
No way. No. As soon as that crisp pint or cider, whatever your tipple is, hit you. Holiday mode, baby.
Okay.
Holiday mode.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't drink before I go to work.
No, but I mean, if you were off and not having to work through an 8-hour shift or whatever.
No way. I mean, if it's the weekend.
Is it just a holiday thing?
Holiday or an event type thing.
I've got you.
So if I'm say I was a big Swiftie and Taylor Swift was 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
You'd be drinking at 9 a.m.
I'll drink it, have a couple of pints in the morning.
Got you. So I just feel like when you rock up to an airport, it's like a different world.
It's a ritual.
Those spoons are just different. People are cracking pints at 6 a.m.
Fuck yeah.
No fucks given.
Dude.
That's one swearing I'll say in this podcast. And yeah, I just feel like it's a different culture.
It's amazing.
And people are like, pints. And I'm like, does this not feel illegal?
Illegal?
Because it's so early.
It's...
But who makes the rules, do you know? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, as they all say.
100%.
Yeah.
What if you're on the night shift?
Yeah, true. I know people, I used to work night shift in a supermarket. And I knew people that would go home and have a drink when they were off the next day.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But at 7 a.m.
Well, what would you... So I'm assuming you don't drink in the airport then?
I have done if it's a later flight.
A early morning flight, red eye.
A mid-afternoon, from 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock is acceptable?
Yeah, I feel just for my own self, I'm not judging anyone else. I actually really respect people that can have a 9 a.m. pint. I'm well nice. Done. You know what you do?
Yeah.
I just have never done it, and maybe that's my problem.
You should try it.
Yeah, I think I will next time.
Next time, give it a wee... What you drink pints?
I like a pint.
Yeah, pint of...
Heineken? Yeah.
I got into Heineken, actually.
Mm-hmm. Heineken Silver is 10 times better.
Is it?
It's just really hard to find in Aberdeen. Not in pubs. Siberia have it, but it's really hard to find in the supermarkets.
Still there. What's the difference?
It keeps something about it's the technology of it. It's slightly crisper and colder.
Crisper. I like to get it's a little crisper and colder.
It's just got a nicer. It's just a bit smoother for
you. Yeah, beer snob.
No.
Carlsberg.
Never had one. I never had a Tennent's either.
Have you not?
No.
I used to struggle with tenants actually. It's a bit blasphemy in Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah, it's blasphemy. So it's basically like our Guinness, isn't it?
That's rough.
It's big bands. No, I'm not a beer snob. I like a Madri, a Heineken.
I like a Madri.
Yeah.
Superbock was the local beer in Portugal. Tell you what,
Ideal.
fucking good beer.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.
So did you reminisce about your own stag do when you were on this stag do? No.
Couldn't really think. Didn't have enough time to think. Yeah, it was. There were so many people had so many injuries. Not my stag. Oh, sorry, not my stag. On this stag, like nobody hurt themselves or anything like that. People just went missing, as always
it's better
happens.
to go missing than have an injury.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But like there were so where we stayed, you had to pay €250
Like security deposits, like for trashing the place.
each.
I'm not
There was
surprised.
4.
It's probably like the stag culture.
I think
they
so.
knew like it's a group of guys, and they're like, "You will be paying us."
Yeah, no, I fully appreciate that. But yeah, I was surprised.
Wow.
Some guys got stung.
Stung by what? Like bees and stuff.
No, stung by the hotel.
Oh.
But for that 250, oh my god. This is a literal day. Do they stop the flight midway? Get off the flight.
Get stung by?
Yeah.
The
But like,
wasps?
for there was like a little bit of blood on one of the towels and stuff. Like, we can't reuse this. So
Is that a joke?
no, got charged like €10 or €20. I was
for a
like,
towel?
what the fuck? Yeah, correct. Mental. But they must have to put up with some amount of rubbish.
They must have to, because it's...
Yeah.
I get it, but on the other hand, I'm like, if you go to a hotel and I wipe makeup all over a towel, they're not going to charge me for that.
No, but they would charge you there.
I understand blood's a different kettle of fish. I
For
get
sure.
that slightly, but yeah.
But yeah, so that we got back on the Monday. Got back on the Tuesday. Got back on the Tuesday. I then had a jiu-jitsu seminar on the Wednesday.
Oh my god.
So Carlson Gracie Jr., who's part of the Gracie family, it's a big deal. He came to our academy. So I turned up there. I'm pretty sure I was still drunk. Because he was talking to me and I was like,
hey, how y'all doing?
and
Nice to meet you.
our main instructor, Pierre Richardson, I got 2 stripes on my belt. I was really chuffed. And he was talking to me. I was talking to him. He's like, "You're still drunk, you arsehole." And I was like, "I probably am."
Hey, likely am.
Yeah, he's like, "Are you coming to jiu-jitsu tomorrow?" I was like, "I'll be there."
Once I've slept, I'll be fine.
Yeah. So, and I had work that day.
Oh, it's rough.
Thursday, I had jiu-jitsu. Friday, thought I'd meet my wife. I'd just go and see her. I've not seen her in like 3 weeks because she had like hen parties and everything.
Yeah, she was in Bristol. She
was in Bristol and London.
Wow.
Mental.
Ships in the night.
Oh, ships in the night.
Passing.
Yeah, passing.
That was a nice reunion then.
Yeah, it was nice.
Good.
Yeah, it was nice. What did we do? I don't know what we did actually. Nothing I can see on this podcast. Wow.
Nothing beer
Yeah. So it's been a mental couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's been pretty. It's been pretty mental for me as well since I got back from New York.
Sorry, I never asked.
It's okay.
I need a pee. Can we pause again for the 4th time? Jesus.
Pause it.
Space candy and coconut cream to the moon and back.
That is the soap in our bathroom, correct? We are children. No, it just smelled really nice and acid, and I went, let's just get that.
Do you sniff candles, you candle sniffers?
Yeah.
Do you go and put your schnooter in it?
I do. I'm like, it's just you have to double check this, and you can't just be buying any old crap, you know.
Nah.
Yeah, it's got to be right.
Let's go straight into smell memories. Like, I fucking love like the smell, and I can't. Oh, that smells such and such. There's Amy gets his hand sanitizer from Bath and Body Works.
Oh, good choices, Amy.
I can't remember what it is. It's like pumpkin spice something, whatever, some boozy stuff she's in there. But it reminds her of like going to Florida.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Does it remind you of that too? No.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That is sweet.
But when I was where was I? I was in the airport. And I had gone into like a Boots or something. No, it wasn't Boots. It's somewhere that had like carpet. And I went, this smells like video driving.
What
I
a
know.
good time. My favourite story about video driving.
So for those who don't know what video driving is, it's like a British or Scottish version of Blockbuster before we had Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And which one was your video driving? Because mine one was the one off of Anderson Drive.
Mine was in Montrose.
It was Montrose.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But It was kind of next door to Blockbuster.
What?
So they were like literally like 2 doors down.
Okay.
So they were running at the same time.
Jeez.
Yeah, which is obviously all the range. My favourite story is actually not my own. It's Chloe's story about renting like DVDs or videos or whatever. So her and her mum, her dad worked away. Her mum and her brother would go rent a DVD.
Nice.
Every like Friday, like
Ace.
weekend kind of thing, right? So they went this one time and they all got to pick one each.
One each?
Because they were having a weekend of watching movies that special weekend, right? So Chloe selected Bridesmaids, which obviously is not all that long ago.
Okay.
And the other choice was the boy with the striped pajamas.
Oh, God.
So they watched that first, and because it was so sad, Chloe and her brother were like, oh, now we've got to go to bed. And Cara was like, no, we must watch another DVD. And then they watched Bridesmaids. So I just think that's so funny. What a contrast. The boy with the striped pajamas to Bridesmaids. But video driving, yeah, it's harrowing. Video driving, it's obviously about Auschwitz for those who don't know. Video driving was just the place to be. Or Blockbuster, whatever one.
Well, we were video driving. I can't remember the road it was on, but for me, it was just off of King Street. So we went down to the Harding roundabout, took a right, like that big pound stretchers, and I think that's probably where I've seen my first set of boobs.
Was like in the rated R section kind of thing.
You came in the door.
Yeah.
Look up to your left.
Row
of just
titties.
The biggest tits you've ever seen in your life. Like proper glam rock hair on. You look at the blonde hair. It was like a little fuzzy at the top.
Yeah.
And it was
like combed out.
Combed out, and they had the blue eyeshadow.
Wow.
It set like a bar really low for me. I was like, yee, this is the best. Because then they didn't have it at the time, but then as I got a little bit older, we would go back and forth like a Friday night or Saturday night, and they eventually had, I don't know if your video driving had this, was the tannin salons, the tannin booths.
No,
I
don't remember it having that.
Ours had like
it might have done. I just don't remember.
Ours had like you lay down in them to get sunbed. Had sunbed in a video driving. I was like, what a change in
that is, but obviously the diversification, they weren't making enough money off of the DVDs, so they're like, let's give people a tan while they're here.
Yeah.
Then go sit indoors and watch videos.
I used to, honestly, what a great tradition.
It was good, but I was never allowed to buy the sweets because they were too expensive.
Way too expensive.
Way too expensive.
Because we had Pound Stretcher right next door.
So why would you buy it?
Why would you?
Yeah,
I love video driving.
Good to memories.
Everything was great. That grey sign with the blue. Then Blockbuster came along, and that was next to KFC at the Hardigan roundabout. And I've got. Do you know? Have you met Stuart Leon?
Yes.
He
lovely guy.
He talks of fond memories of video of Blockbuster. Like he was a manager there or something.
Wow.
And I think if that place is
that was a genuine. Well, I was quite surprised by that.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was a manager.
Yeah, he was a manager there, and he has like proper like fond memories of the place. Because
it must have been a laugh to work there.
It would have been ace.
Yeah.
Places like it's called GameStop in America, but we had Game here. Like I would have loved to work in Game. Like is it when
that would have been a fun job. Yeah.
It was so like when like Call of Duty and all that came out, I queued till midnight to get the game. I was a proper little nerd. But I see these guys who are like mid-40s. I'm like, I want to be you one day.
And now you're glad you're not.
I don't know. Who's the fool here?
Do you remember people who used to queue for like the Harry Potter books and things as well?
I queued for the Harry Potter books.
Did you?
So did my wife.
Never did that.
So
I was like, cool, see you later, Matthew. Enjoy.
Loser. Secretly reading his book when you get home.
No.
So Boots in Bankery did like the release for Harry Potter.
Oh, that's great.
So it was the Deathly Hallows.
That's the last one, isn't it?
That was the last one, yeah.
But 2 parts.
Not in the book.
Oh, this book just one?
Yeah.
Movies were 2 parts.
Yeah, you can have as many pages as you want in the book.
Yeah, no, I just thought she was trying to make more money, so she split it into. Anyway.
So I was I don't know how old I'd been at the time. I must have been like 16 or something. And I'd been at a house party in Bankery, absolutely mongoloid, just like so drunk. And Amy was in the queue, And I walked past the queue of people, and I was like,
Hi, man.
"Meh, idiots!" And bars in front of all of them, and I got the first book.
Why was there no security to say get to
Security
the
in
back of the
boots
line?
in
I don't
Banbury.
know.
It was like a 65-year-old
Was Amy
woman.
not like, oh,
Idiot. And I was so drunk.
I got the first Harry Potter book.
I paid like 55 because I was like, I'm gonna get a special edition one. So it was like gold thingy
pages,
paper
yeah.
and a binded, and I took it on a flight and lost it.
Oh, that's quite sad.
Yeah,
actually.
it was good. So I was gonna give it to Amy when we started going out, but I bought another one and gave it to her. So
At least you got it kind of back in a weird way.
yeah,
Not the same
in a
way.
weird way. One more.
You bought it again.
Yeah.
That's the weird way. You purchased
I think
it.
that is a weird way. That is a weird way.
What?
So how was New York? So let's wrap up on New York.
Yeah, New York was amazing. I need to tell you about my flight.
Uh-oh.
So we went to Aberdeen Airport and...
That's never good.
No, never good. But no, it was good. It was great. So
Was it a great flight?
We ended up getting upgraded. So we got to the desk and Chloe thought she would chance it and ask. And she was like, oh, it's for Shannon's 30th birthday. And I was like, 6 months ago, but yeah.
Jesus.
And we recently got engaged and I was like, let me see what I can do. So she looks on the screen and she's like, oh, I'm really sorry. Like, the only thing we could put you in is first class. And it's £700 each. And Chloe went, never mind, we'll leave it. So then we get on the flight to London and we're sat at the back of the plane with no window. And Chloe's obviously super tall and she was like, we've got no leg and this is great. Flight's late to London. And we have realised we've got 20 minutes to make the next flight. And obviously London Terminal's massive. And we're like, oh God. And on our tickets, I'm like, what does World Traveller mean, Chloe? She went, oh, that's just international. Like, don't worry about it. And I was like, well, we're Euro Traveller. It says Club World on this other ticket. Why is it not a World Traveller kind of thing? And she was like, oh, it's just because you're not going on another flight. Don't worry about it. So we're like to the guys, because we're right at the back of the plane. We're like, are we going to make our flight? And they were like, yeah, like you should do, like, oh, but unfortunately we're not opening the back of the plane, so you're gonna have to wait for everyone to get off. He's like, but you can just we're going into the right terminal, so you just get the train probably to the next gate. So we're running through Heathrow. We have to get on the train from A all the way to C.
Mm-hmm.
We missed one of the trains, had to wait 2 minutes. We made our flight by 3 minutes.
Yeah, boy.
And they're like, oh my God, have you been running? And we were like, yeah, we have. And so then we get on the plane and we're going through and I'm like looking at all the little pods and I'm like, don't they look really nice? I'm like getting further and further up the line. And I realise my seat's 20 and I'm at like 16 and I'm like, it's still pods. And then I look kind of through the cabin and I go, hey, the premium economy is like upgraded since the last time. Like not the premium economy, the economy, sorry, has upgraded since the last time I went to America. Didn't realise that was premium economy.
Yeah.
And I said, that doesn't look too bad. This will be great. What a great flight. We're going to New York. Amazing. First time in New York. Fantastic. And then I reached to my seat and I look up and I genuinely must have looked like a bloody lottery winner. I was like, no way. I was like, there's got to be a mistake. I was like, this isn't, what? And I was like, oh, do you think the woman upgraded us? And then the woman behind me is like, oh my God, aren't you lucky? And then everyone's like, around us is like, you guys not meant to be here? And I was like, no. Air steward appears, whatever, we're like the cabin crew. And the guy goes, were you meant to be through there? And we were like, yeah. And he's like, we oversold the flight by 50, so people have been upgraded to like Club World is what they call it on British Airways.
Yeah.
So then we're on this flight, it's amazing. We can recline in the chair, we've got our little pods, it's white company goods, and I'm like, oh my God, how'd the other half live? Now I don't typically eat plain food, don't really like it, tend to avoid it. This was a menu. And I thought, superb. I'll have some Heinekens, I'll even eat the food. Be fantastic. Had the starter, had the main. Then through the flight, I don't start to feel good. And I'm like, I'm going to go to sleep. Brilliant. Amazing. So Chloe then wakes me up and she'd said when we got on the plane, this is amazing to the guy that appeared. His name was Harry and he was hilarious. Oh, it's so fantastic that we've been upgraded because we did ask in Aberdeen, but they said there was only first class. I got this for Shannon's 30th birthday and we recently got engaged. He's like, oh my God, amazing, congratulations. The woman in front of me then proceeds to tell me about how Club World works and that her sister often gets them into Club World because she worked on the airlines. And she went, your seat reclines, like this lovely American woman, your seat reclines all the way back, blah, blah, blah. So I fall asleep. Then Chloe's like, wakes me up and is like, you need to get ready because like they're way to land, like get all your bits together, unrecline your seat. And I wake up and I like take my eye mask off all like frazzled. And they've given me a bottle of champagne and a card. And it was really nice and really sweet. And then I was like, Chloe's like to me, you're like, proper white. And I was like, whiter than I already am. That's like impossible. And she went, yeah, no, like you're ghostly white. And I was like, yeah, I don't really feel good. And she's like, are you going to be sick? And I was like, no, like I'll be fine. And she went, well, here's some sick bags just in case.
Oh,
like,
no.
And I was like, no, I was like, I'll be fine. And also because it's like one of those paws, not to complain, but
it's quite compact.
it's compact,
Yeah.
and like the sick bags are not like right in front of you. It's like further down, right? It's like to the left hand side. There's all these different compartments in Club World that you didn't realize. So did I not feel like the belle of the ball? But they obviously gave me a bottle of champagne in my car. And do you know how I paid them, Sean? Spewed in a sick bag as we were landing. And then, the only time I ever got upgraded in my entire life, and I got upgraded, by the way, looking like an absolute slob. So everyone around me knew I did not belong in that cabin. Chloe then decides, halfway through the flight, this was before I was sick, to also, like, they were really good at coming round at first, and then it kind of, like, died down a little bit. So she, like, hit the buzzer for them to come round, and I was like, don't do that. I was like, we're not even meant to be here. Like, we got this for free.
Gaston!
Yeah, and he came and he went, you summoned? And she was like, oh, I'm just really thirsty. Can I have a Diet Coke? And he was like, yeah. He's like, using and abusing. He's like, you're not getting this on the way home. And I'm like, we were like, yeah, no chance. He was like, you'll be back in peasant class in no time. So then I had to, like, awkwardly, when the flight landed, walk up to them and go, I'm so sorry, I've been sick. Like, I don't know. Like, where can I dispose of it? And she was like, just leave it on your chair. And I was like,
yo.
So yeah, and then I was deathly ill the first night we got to New York. Had to go to bed really early.
What did you eat?
It was pork, to be fair. I don't know if that was it or don't eat pork on a plane.
Just like you went, it was pork.
Fucking bad. I was really ill. I thought I was going to faint going through the cattle market, which is obviously the security.
Did you not get fast track with that? No?
No, we had to wait. It was like 40 minutes to get through. Obviously, it's America, it's busy, like, all that kind of stuff. Don't know how I made it to the hotel, and I was like crying on the bathroom floor the first night.
Crying?
Yeah, because all I ever wanted. Like, I've been to DC. Yeah, I was like, I want to be in New York. I'm so sorry, Chloe. I do really appreciate this birthday gift that you've given me. I was like, I will take it, and I don't feel well, and I don't mean to alarm you, but there's blood when I'm being ill, when I'm being sick.
Blood.
And she was like, because you're retching that much.
Yeah.
And Chloe's like, it's okay, if we have to stay in the hotel the whole time in New York, it's fine. I was like, that's not fine, I want to see the Big Apple. Anyways, it was a brilliant trip. We ended up going to see 2 Broadway shows. We went to see Sarah Paulson's show, ended up meeting her after the show. Brilliant.
Sarah Paulson.
She's in the American Horror Story. She is in a bunch of other things. A film called Run.
Famous person
people
that Sean
will know
doesn't
her
know.
actress.
Yeah, wow.
But as we're in the theatre, now do you know men who have, or even people who have the big text, like their text font size is like 10 sizes so big.
Oh yeah, old people.
Guy in front of us.
We call them old people.
Yeah, old people.
Yeah.
His text was huge.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, you're never going to believe who's in the theatre.
Shannon.
No.
Oh.
Talk him up for the team. No, half of them. And then the person replied and was like,
half.
no, who? And they went, Jill Biden. So the First Lady of
Jill
the
Biden.
United States, the President's wife,
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
was in the theatre below us.
And
So
did
when we
you-
got out of the theatre, there was Secret Service.
Oh my god.
And we were like, what? So that was quite random.
Did you leave a sick bag in that chair?
No, I didn't. The only other story I've got from New York I will save for another time.
Ooh. To be
Teaser,
continued.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it was a good trip, good
Yeah.
times.
Would you go back?
I would go back, but I don't think I would do it every single year. It is
No?
noisy beyond belief and
Oh,
super busy. But I loved it. I loved every minute of it. It was good fun.
How many times were you tempted when crossing the road? Like, I'm walking here. Oh fuck.
We did see a guy though that it's just some of the accents are so funny. Like there was a guy on one of the streets and all you heard was, "Where you parked? On Madison?" And I was like, "Oh, now you know you're in New York when you hear that like accent."
Medicine and
But it was
I can't do it.
mega expensive. Like
Was it?
2 pizzas,
Yeah.
like 14-inch pizzas after the theatre, and 2 soft drinks were $75.
What?
You wouldn't think of any meal deals you could get a big mayonnaise for that.
One.
Well, no, well, that's like about 58 quid.
Is it?
Yeah, $75 in pounds is like,
Oh,
I
right.
googled it, it's like 58 pence.
So wait, 2 14-inch pizzas. How big do you think 14 inches is?
They were just like circular.
That's a large pizza, isn't it? No, 14?
No, 16, 18 inches or bigger. That's, yeah.
$75.
$75, which I thought was about £70, but when I googled it, it's 58.
Yeah, so 125,
Yeah.
1 Yeah. Oh my god.
And 2 soft drinks. Whereas big mayonnaise do meal deals for like 30 quid,
Ooh.
£21.
I had Big Manny's the other day. I would love to get Big Manny's on here.
I know.
I'd love to talk
Please
to him.
hear our plea.
Although I want to get Aberdeen Manny on. He was
Yeah, the
hilarious.
quiz guy.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Yeah.
He did stand up not long ago.
Oh,
About a
cool.
year ago. Yeah,
Nice.
he's mega funny. Yeah, I'll reach out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Shots and rolls, the other one I ate. Really good. Guy,
Aberdeen's got like a van now by the riverside.
yeah, well, shot and roll guy grassed me up to my wife.
Oh, that
Yeah.
you've been in?
No.
Oh.
So they do drop-offs. Did a drop-off in Bankery. And I was coming back from jiu-jitsu and turned to my wife. And she's like, have you been to Shot and Roll yet? And I was like, my answer is yes, always. Like, aye, why? The guy just texted me wondering where you are. I was like, Jesus. I got there, I was like, dude. And he was like, what? I was like, I've still got 15 minutes before I need to come pick this up. I was like, did I forget? Yes. Why did you grass me up? I was coming down. And he was like,
Sorry.
I was just making sure. I was like, dude. He's like, oh, was it your wife's phone? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, mate, sorry about that.
I understand, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But at least you got it.
I know, it was delicious.
Yeah.
That cinnamon roll's a lot. A hot cinnamon roll and a black coffee. On that note, we should wrap up.
Yes.
Right.
Please.
Goodbye.
Token one for the team. With Shannon and Sean talking about life and everything in between. The token ones see it differently. Yeah, token one for the team. This is Shannon and Sean keeping things light. The token ones in the group. That's right. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.